Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and tonight is going to be part 3 of the roommate Redditt No Sleep story. So tonight is called My Roommate, and then a lot of dots. So I am very, well, it doesn't seem very long. Well, it seems a good bit, so I'm interested to see the update on this Mallory, I think it is. I guess we will figure it out together. But grab some hot cocoa, let's cozy up in a blanket together, and let's get started. So tonight is called My Roommate. So I installed a camera on Sunday. Nothing great and expensive, just a small camera that records and saves to my laptop wirelessly that I managed to find at a local store. I set it up in the entrance, looking into the living room. Checked it out to make sure the angle was right and we were in business. Mallory was out of the house on some errands. So I went ahead and sent her a text message letting her know I installed it and that it would watch the living room to make sure no one tried stealing anything when they left, but I got no response. I went about my day as usual, ran errands, caught up on some TV, and then went and grabbed dinner with my friend, Tom. Elias? I was telling him about my roommate and all the weird crap she does, and she was telling me the camera was a good idea. After a minute of silence, he looked at me and asked, how does Carrie, my girlfriend, also an Elias? Oh, Elias. Feel about Mallory. I asked what he meant, to which he replied with, your roommate is hot, dude. Don't act like you haven't noticed. I realized at the moment I hadn't really talked to Carrie about everything that has happened. I guess I assumed it would make her uncomfortable knowing I've seen my roommate naked and seen her having sex with some guy. I didn't know what to do, but I didn't really get an opportunity to figure it out. I'll get to that in a minute. When I got back from dinner, I found Mallory sitting on the couch staring at the door. She seemed very upset. What is that? She asked aggressively. I looked at the camera and I asked her if she got my text. Apparently she lost her phone while going skinny dipping with some people she met at a bar the other night. I apologized and quickly let her know why I had installed it, and she just chuckled and said I doubt they'd be able to after the nights we have. I became uncomfortable because all I could think about was her on top of that guy on the couch right where she was sitting. So I told her it was just a precaution and went to my room. I started flipping through the footage from that day, wondering how much the camera must have freaked her out. I pulled up the footage and flipped it around until I found her arriving home, and it seemed normal. She walked in, took her shoes off, and grabbed some food from the kitchen. But when she came back into the frames, she was staring directly at the camera. She walked in front of it, set her foot on the food on the table, and just stood there staring. I fast forwarded the footage, and it showed her just standing there staring at the camera for over almost an hour. An hour before she went and sat down in the living room. Almost immediately before I got back inside, maybe a 2-minute difference. This was obviously weird to me, but then again, as I have learned, she is very eccentric. So I went about my night, did some homework, played some Xbox, and the entire time I was doing stuff, I left the camera feed up on my computer. Around 11 p.m., she and a girl in a purple jacket came walking in and went straight into Mallory's room. I heard the heavy metal music playing and then a lot of moaning and banging. So I put my headset on and continued playing. Oh boy, she's coming after you. An hour and a half later, I see the girl walk out of Mallory's room and out the door very sluggishly and almost swaying side to side. So I went about my gaming, and then eventually I went to take a shower before bed. So I take my clothes off, turning the water up to hot, I like my showers borderline damaging. So does my boyfriend. And started washing myself. So I enjoy playing music while I shower, usually some hip hop. When I finished washing up, I ripped open the shower curtain and there was Mallory. She was sitting on the toilet. My entire zone was just out in the open. Zone. And when I realized it, I grabbed my towel and covered up. Panicking, I asked her what she was doing in my room. She replied with, "Well, Drake, you got to see me naked, now we're even." As she finished talking, she stood up and exited the bathroom. Then yesterday, class was canceled, so she was hanging around the house while I went off to work. I was gone most of the day, just doing some software installs and erasing porn from a few CEOs' browser histories. Why at work, man? Come on. I went home to start getting ready for dinner. And when I arrived, Carrie and Mallory were sitting on the couch in the living room, giggling and chatting. I asked what was going on, and I thought I was meeting Carrie at the restaurant. She said that Mallory had gotten a hold of her on Facebook and invited her over before going out. Figured it would save us gas and whatnot if we went together. Then the question happened. "Drake, why didn't you tell me you had seen Mallory naked?" I froze. I had no idea what to say in response to that. So my dumb self said, "I didn't think about it." I had heard screaming from her room and went to make sure she was okay. And she was, but she was also naked. Carrie chuckled and said that's Drake, always rushing in with good intentions and always ending up in awkward situations. I left the living room to get changed, and when I came back out, Mallory was naked and just standing right in front of Carrie. "What are you doing?" I cried out, averting my eyes. "Well, if you got to see her, I want to see her." She said she was cool with it. Carrie replied nonchalantly, like it was just a normal thing to do. I peeked back out in confusion and saw Mallory just staring me directly in my eyes while Carrie gushed over her tattoos and her body. I grabbed Carrie's hand and started to head to the door, saying we were going to be late for our table, and Mallory asked if she could come with us. And before I could say no, Carrie agreed to it, so Mallory went and got dressed, and we went to dinner. The car ride was uncomfortable, with Carrie and Mallory talking the entire drive about sex, about women, men, and everything under the sun. We got to the restaurant and get seated. They ordered wine, I ordered a beer, and while we waited for the entrees, Carrie and Mallory started asking about each other's past. I learned a lot about Mallory from that conversation. She was abused by her mom and fled to get an education and live her life away from the clutches of her mom. She was studying marine biology and was super interested in exploring the unexplored reaches of the ocean. She seems really passionate about her desires. The entire dinner, though, I could see the way Carrie was staring at her, like she was enamored with Mallory. I couldn't help myself but feel a bit jealous. That night I had some of the most passionate lovemaking in my life. Something came over Carrie. I have never seen her that way before. Never been with her that way before. We finished, cleaned up, and I passed out. I woke up in the middle of the night to the sound of Mallory's music, but I just went right back to sleep. This morning I woke up and Carrie had left. I texted her, called her, and didn't get a single response until about an hour ago. She said, "Drake, I have to visit my family out west. My dad slipped and fell down a flight of stairs. He's in the hospital and might not make it. I'll be in touch. I love you." I was confused because I figured she would have woken me up, would have taken me with her. I know her family, her parents, love me. So I went and checked the footage from last night, and I watched as Carrie went into Mallory's room in the middle of the night and then left afterwards wearing one of my coats. I have been calling and texting her for hours, but I guess she's on her flight. I'm so angry with Mallory. I want to know what happened in her room, but she went to class and hasn't come home yet. I am shaking with anger, confusion, and apprehension. I don't know if I'll be posting for a while. I need to get my head straight. Yeah, I don't know. She's either a siren or a succubus, because either one pretty much, I mean, eats you, but a succubus eats your soul. So it's like either way you're dying. But they can also eat your soul and feed to where they're hungry and not overeat and keep you alive. Now obviously a succubus and a siren are not real, but like in like myths and stuff like that, they make love to you and suck out your energy and your soul and everything. So that's interesting. Let's see. Let's read some comments. Well, there's only 2 comments. Mallory sounds like a succubus. And then another one is just saying that they really enjoy the series and please keep us updated and hope all ends well. All ends up being well with your girlfriend. Yeah, I'm really excited about this series, but let me know what you guys think, and like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.